Good morning. James 4. I've been sitting with it this morning. Ran it past ChatGPT, used Bible Hub. In the past, I've tended to think of this passage in pieces, smaller pieces than I think was the writer's intention. But today I noticed the word therefore. And somewhere along the line, I learned whenever you see therefore in a passage, you need to look and see what it's there for. It's always referencing because of what was said before, this conclusion needs to be drawn or this action needs to be taken. So I started looking at the therefores and I found I wasn't connecting all the dots. Let's see here. There's one in verse 4, verse 6, and verse 17. What is the source of quarrels and conflicts among you? Is not the source your pleasures that wage war in your members? You lust and do not have, so you commit murder. You are envious and not obtain, so you fight and quarrel. You do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive, because you ask with wrong motives, so that you may spend it on your pleasures. You adulteresses, do you not know that friendship with the world is hostility toward God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. What does being a friend of the world have to do with me wanting stuff that's not mine? Whatever I have, it's because God chose to give it to me. And in other passages, the Bible talks about contentment. Godliness with contentment is great gain. And it's not prohibiting us from having a goal or wanting something in the store. But if we are wanting things we do not have, and it's causing us to have conflict with others, that is a worldly priority. Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. That's strong words. Or do you think that the scripture speaks to no purpose? He jealously desires the Spirit which he has made to dwell in us, but he gives a greater grace. Therefore it says, God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Oh, here's another one I missed. Verse 7, submit therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Be miserable and mourn and weep, and let your laughter be turned into mourning and your joy into gloom. Humble yourselves in the presence of the Lord, and he will exalt you. I think this really speaks to, where is your focus? Where is my focus? Is it on what I'm going to get, what I need, what I want, what I deserve? That's a very strong message in our culture. You deserve it. God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Submit, therefore, to God. Draw near to God. Cleanse your hands, purify your hearts. Priorities. It's about priorities. And you don't have to do it alone. In fact, you can't. You can't be content on your own. You can't be a friend of God on your own. And recognizing that is part of the process. Keep coming back. If you see this in you, this double-mindedness that pulls you toward a focus on stuff and status, drop it at the feet of Jesus. Submit to him. Verse 11. Now, we've already talked about changing our focus inside of us. Verse 11 shifts it a little bit. Talks about changing our focus on others. Do not speak against one another, brethren. Ouch. He who speaks against a brother or judges his brother speaks against the law and judges the law. But if you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge of it. There is only one lawgiver and judge, the one who was able to save and to destroy. But who are you to judge your neighbor? They should know better than that. I can't believe he hasn't wrapped his head around this yet. How come I always have to be the one? Ouch. What you've learned, what your walk is, where you are in your knowledge and your abilities and your relationship with God. Quit trying to judge other people by where you are. That's up to God. And he's so patient with me. He's so patient with you. Let's let him dictate what speed of learning another person can handle. I have a hard enough time learning not to speak against others. Boy, I sure am taking a long time to learn that simple practice. Let other people grow at their own speed. Verse 13. Come now, you who say today or tomorrow we will go to such and such a city and spend a year there and engage in business and make a profit. You do not know what your life will be like tomorrow. You are just a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes away. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live, and also do this or do that. But as it is, you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. Therefore, to the one who knows the right thing to do and does not do it, to him it is sin. Therefore, to one who knows the right thing to do and does not do it, to him it is sin. As much as I like to plan, I'm not in control. The best laid plans of mice and men gang off the gley. I can plan. It's not bad to plan. What's bad is when I plan as if I'm in control of the outcome. And I keep thinking, it's also bad if I put it off till tomorrow when I know I should be doing it now. That could spiral out of control into this insane pressure to do everything now. But this is really specific. Therefore, to the one who knows the right thing to do and does not do it, to him it is sin. If I am putting off something that I know is the direction of God, his instruction to me, and I'm putting it off till tomorrow because it doesn't fit into my plans for today, that's sin. This whole chapter is about pride. God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble. It's not up to me what stuff I have. It's not up to me what job I get. It's not up to me what other people are doing and learning and how they're growing. It's not up to me what tomorrow brings. And to think it is, to act like it is, to process life like it's up to me is arrogant. So I submit myself to God. He's the one in control of all that stuff. My job is to walk in obedience to him. Yes, I can plan. Yes, I can see something I'd like. Yes, I can set goals. Yes, I can clearly see other people should know stuff. But what do I do with that? I need to let go of the stuff that's not mine to control. And simply choose to walk in obedience to God. That's a big message in a small chapter. James chapter 4. Check it out and apply it to yourself. Not to the people who James was writing to. Not to your spouse, your best friend, or your kids. Humble yourself before God. Submit yourself to him. He's in charge anyway.